SeatGeek. For all your ticketed events, from sporting to concert outings, SeatGeek has you covered. They even conveniently color-coded each ticket on their website from amazing to worst, so you can easily know which are the best deals. SeatGeek, the smart way to buy. Save $20 off your next ticket purchase with the promo code. Hey, everybody, I'm your host, Grant. Got the also known as the Big Cat. My cool cats, put your paws up. If you're up with the Big Cat today, we're here to discuss should Carolina Panthers sign Thomas Davis. We'll talk about the funky style. Do you love the Carolina Panthers like I love the Carolina Panthers? Yes? No? Maybe? Do you love the nation like I love the nation? It is good. Do you love... Hold on. I gotta break out some soap, man. Y'all niggas got infections on you. Do you love the Carolina Panthers like I love the Carolina Panthers? You better scrub, wash, and die. We'll talk about it. Should the Carolina Panthers sign Thomas Davis? Let's get into it.
Here we go.
Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to the best channel in the world. Make sure you click the notification of the best channel in the world so you don't miss a video. Now, when it comes to the Carolina Panthers, should they resign Thomas Davis? Well, I gotta break it to you guys. Thomas Davis is a Hall of Famer, first round ballot legend. He's the yin to Luke Kuechly's yang. He's his peanut butter to his jelly. But Luke is not there no more. Let's not forget, this organization was the same organization, the regime is the same regime, minus the coaching staff. Tepper, Hurney, and Ron Rivera was the first one that ousted him the first go around. So with that being said, the problems of the past, the sins of the past become problems of the future. What do you mean by that? Did you hear what I said? The sins of the past become the burden of your future. When you ousted him the first go around, it was outright embarrassing, downright silly. A Hall of Famer, a legend, took to Twitter and expressed his deep sadness. He was damn near weeping, may I say. The fact that he had to go to Twitter and say, I was willing to take a pay cut. I was willing to take a deeper role, a different role. It just didn't look good. So, now with that being in mind, let's fast forward to the burden of today. You have to ask yourself, if Luke Kuechly had his yin, which was Thomas Davis, if he had his yin, would he still be playing today? You gotta ask yourself. Now that's the question we'll never know. Luke Kuechly, look, obviously was that man, but he struggled last year in the transition to the 3-4. If Thomas Davis was there, maybe it would have been a little smoother. Let's be honest, okay? Let's not kid ourselves today. According to Pro Football Focus, my man graded out at 61.7. Also, according to Pro Football Focus, he was targeted 71 times when it comes to passing, gave up 52 receptions, and a little over 400 plus yards in receiving. We know Thomas Davis is not necessarily the best cover linebacker, but again, this whole mold with Ron Rivera, his linebackers have been molded to stop the run. I don't know what that is. I got to give credit to Matt Rule when it comes to wanting to versatility. Now, I'm mixed on that, okay? I'm mixed on that because I really want we want the same thing. We want versatility, but I want to go in a different way. When I say I want versatility, I want a person that can stop the run, another person that can stop the pass, and then I want a person that can do it all, okay? He wants everybody to be versatile. So we're both saying the same thing, but in a different format. So, if you're bringing Thomas Davis, knowing that he's a liability when it comes to covering, but he's a hell of a stud when it comes to run stop. He only missed 19 tackles last year, had 112 tackles last year. His previous 2 years, he had in the 70s with us. So, obviously, he still has something there at age 36. But you have to look about it with everything in tow, what I just told you guys about him not being re-signed by this regime, which means Tepper, Ron Rivera, and Hurney. I mean, you got to ask yourself, man. I mean, I don't see the likelihood of them bringing him back, even though he still has something to give. You know what I mean? Shaq Thompson, again, they're molded in Ron Rivera's image. Run stuffing linebackers. We don't have no real coverage linebackers. We don't. Luke Kuechly was our main coverage linebacker, and he can stop the run. No disrespect to Shaq. He's a hell of a run stuffer. Again, okay pass coverage linebacker. And then you got the puppies out there. You got Burns and you got Christian Miller, Jermaine Carter, Andre Smith, and those guys out there. So, and you get rid of Bruce Irvins. You know what I mean? You don't want to bring in the same format. You see what I'm saying? Run stuffer. And then you're going to suffer when it comes to coverage. So, I don't see it happening. He's a Hall of Famer. He's a legend. He's a GOAT. But again, with all that being in fact, man, they let him slip away the first time. And then the way the regime is moving right now, as far as scripting veterans, you know what I mean? Greg Van Roten set to test the market. Mario Adams set to test the market. Bruce Irvin set to be released. It looks like, Bruce Irvin was a free agent, Gerald McCoy, free agent, they're not trying to get him. So the way they're moving, they're not trying to get older. More likely, Thomas Davis end up with somebody like Washington, a veteran presence of a coach when it comes to Ron Rivera. Sad, man. But this is one of our biggest needs out there. But the fact that he's not versatile. Now here's one scenario that you got to ask yourself. If I put him back there with a Isaiah Simmons from Clemson, can he mold him into a linebacker? Think about this. Thomas Davis came out of the University of Georgia. Go Dog Sick. Woo, woo, woo. One of my favorite players. He came out of UJ as a safety and turned him into a linebacker. Now, they're saying Isaiah Simmons is going to be a safety in the NFL. I looked at him, and I can see why. But could Thomas Davis help mold him into a linebacker? That's one way you got to ask yourself. If you don't believe he's not a linebacker, then I don't think they're going to bring him in. So, yeah, man, shout out to him. Best of luck to him, man. I mean, it's sad. I want him back. I believe he has a spot at home. This is home. Come on back, skinny. We miss you in Charlotte, the 704 Charlotte. We miss you, man. But I don't see it happening, y'all, man. Not the way we're moving, man. We're trying to get younger, trying to get more athletic. I don't know, man. So get in the comment section. I'm your host, El Grande Gato. Tune in tonight at 9:30. We will be talking about this, and we're talking about Greg Van Roten set to test the market. We're also talking about Marty Herney risking his life to go scout Justin Herbert.
That nigga is dead!
We'll talk about it. Make sure you subscribe, click the notification bell. Let's get about it. Let the church say that. Now available for purchase. Keep Pounding TV ringtone and theme song on all your major streaming platforms: Apple Music, Spotify, Deezer, Google Play Store, and many more. Also, you can order directly from Chadzilla Beats on Instagram. Be sure to follow for all your local instrumentals and beats as well. Pause up and keep pounding.